Hi, my name is Crystal, and I'm the Career Conversationalist, and thank you for joining me today. Today, we're going to discuss how to make exploring careers fun. Discover 11 ways to explore occupations. Avoid the most boring approach and learn how to connect with your peers. While there are many ways to explore multiple different career occupations, not every opportunity is going to be right for you. Since your time is limited, you're going to have to make decisions about where are the best places to spend your time. This blog post is going to suggest a variety of ideas. To prevent you from getting overwhelmed with resources, there will be 11 follow-up blog posts to discuss each idea in detail. I'm going to save you time by making specific recommendations. Also, ideas are shared in order of the most readily accessible, from the order of the least amount of money to those that require an investment. The strategy is to be exposed to a lot of areas and eliminate what you are not interested in. When you know what areas you want to explore deeper, then you can have a stronger case to convince your parents to spend more money. Are you ready to get started? Discover 11 ways to explore career occupations. 1. TV shows. These allow you to consume information usually within a 30-minute to 1 hour block of time. This makes it easier to schedule on your calendar. TV shows can provide exposure to areas you would not normally have access to. They allow you to be a fly on the wall and observe from a distance. The upside is you gain access to different environments, see behind the scenes, and hear insights from professionals you may not otherwise have access to. Some shows focus on an industry and allow you to dive deeper in getting to know the ins and outs, while other shows cover a large variety of careers. Watching TV shows takes little effort, and you can easily watch a show at the end of your day when you're most likely tired. Many TV shows are available in digital format, and you can even watch them at the convenience and on your phone. Also, digital formats allow you to stop in the middle of an episode and resume later when you have more time available. The downside is reality TV shows are designed to hold your attention. That means they have to show a lot of action within a very short amount of time to hold the audience's attention. Therefore, the nature of these shows show a large amount of time represented in a short amount of time. This distorts reality. Also, there are a lot of behind-the-scenes hard work that is edited out. A show can make career choices look glamorous by focusing on certain parts of the jobs and downplaying other parts. 2. Internet channels. There are a variety of channels available online. Sites such as YouTube host many channels and give you a lot of options. These videos are great for educating you about specific product updates, sharing pros and cons of different tools, as well as providing a lot of how-to videos. The upside is sites like YouTube provide a lot of recommendations and allow you to save videos to watch later. Videos that are helpful can be marked as favorites so you can easily find them again when you want to rewatch them later. If you find a channel you really like, you can subscribe for free and be kept informed of new videos. The downside is experts are limited to what they can share for liability reasons. Companies do not want employees sharing information that may be considered intellectual property or trade secrets. Also, these videos share very little about the working environment and the challenges you will face working with coworkers and clients. 3. Websites. These are sites that consist of news outlets, online magazines, and blogs. These types of sites create articles for their readers. Typically, when information is published, it is current. However, some articles are written in a way to stay evergreen, and they provide general advice that can withstand the test of time. The upside is articles from trusted news sources can be a great place to gather facts and statistics, especially about areas of growth within the economy. Articles from magazines can be a great place to discover popular companies and products that everyone is talking about. Articles from blogs can provoke thought-provoking perspectives because they tend to be based on opinions and personal experience. All these types of articles and sources are abundant and easy to find. The downside is many publishing platforms feel the pressure to constantly post a lot of content. Therefore, articles may be quickly produced or are spin-offs of previous articles. Articles are usually written for the general public, and therefore you may feel like they don't provide specific information for your situation or address your concerns. 4. Toys. By their very nature, toys are fun to play with. Playing can provide hands-on learning experience while creating a desire to learn more. The upside is there's a large selection of toys available for various interests. The price points vary, which means there's something for everyone's budget. The downside is as people grow older, they tend to play less and they are less fun to play with. For some reason, as people age, they tend to become serious and lose their playful spirit. This can make sharing your toys with friends less fun than when you were younger. 5. Clubs. These types of group meetings are most commonly found in schools, nonprofit organizations, and religious organizations. These clubs can focus on academics like debate or math, arts such as dance and performing, volunteering, and they can even be based on religion. Some clubs charge a fee, while others engage in fundraising to provide materials for activities. The upside is clubs are a good way to become involved and engage with your peers. There are various levels you can choose to be involved in. You can be a basic member or take on a student leadership role. The more involved you become on the hands-on experience you will gain. Accepting more responsibility trains you for management and leadership roles that usually lead to more financial compensation later in life. The downside is not all clubs are the same in terms of the experience they provide. Some clubs will be run with strong adult supervision and there's little deviance as to what a student body wants to do, while other clubs will have adult supervision but will primarily rely on the students to make it their own. 6. Camps. Getaway experiences provide an opportunity to focus on activities without distractions. Camps usually have a structured schedule that allow them to ensure you either have a lot of time to focus on getting a project done or you have a lot of time to explore different types of projects. Camps are nice because they usually provide the opportunity to change your daily routine. The upside is there are camps for all kinds of interests. Some camps provide a getaway experience that feel more like a vacation. The downside is if you're on a getaway camp, you may not enjoy all the accommodations. You might find the bed too hard or too soft. You might not be used to sleeping in a sleeping bag or on an air mattress. You also may be limited in your food options. 7. Volunteering. This activity usually involves working without pay to support a cause or organization. Volunteering can be a one-time event or something that is ongoing. Working without pay sounds like a lose-win situation when you lose and someone else wins. However, people who volunteer gain experience and are usually looked upon favorably on scholarship and college applications as well as on job resumes. The upside is volunteering provides hands-on experience. You can receive instruction on what to do and how to do it. As such, you gain understanding and skills. The downside is some opportunities may feel like you're cheap labor, working for free without really learning anything. However, showing that you can stay committed to completing unpleasant or undesirable tasks demonstrates your maturity. 8. Internships. These opportunities require working over a period of time for an organization. There are paid and non-paid internship opportunities. The upside is organizations that have a lot of events tend to need help preparing, facilitating, and cleaning up after the proceedings. As such, there may be a wide variety of things to do. Being engaged provides multiple opportunities to be in a work setting, engaging with people at various levels in the organization. Demonstrating a strong work ethic can lead people within the organization to be willing to provide you letters of recommendations for scholarships, college applications, and employment opportunities. The downside is not all internships will provide you with an opportunity to learn new things and further develop your skills. Organizations that have less than outstanding value that they provide to their customers are likely going to be born to work for because there's overall less engagement and exchange of services. 9. Job shadowing. Following someone around like their shadow around their job provides you the opportunity to gain insight about the day-to-day tasks. The upside is you usually have the opportunity to ask a lot of questions. People are usually more than happy to share their knowledge. The downside is you may not be able to easily find a job shadowing opportunity that matches your interest. Also, occupations that are trades tend to be more interesting than job shadowing occupations that tend to require a person to spend most of their time sitting in front of a computer. 10. Bring your child to work day. This type of event is similar to job shadowing, except you do not get a choice in which occupations you want to know more about. Instead, you are limited to the professions of your parents. The upside is your parents will be happy to have you have an interest in their career. However, the great thing about this is that they have a lot of practical knowledge that they can pass down that is knowledge that cannot easily be found in a book or on the internet. The downside is your parents may not want you to go into their profession. As laws change, the day-to-day operations will change as well. What may have been a great profession to work in 20 years ago may no longer be as attractive today. The additional amount of paperwork regarding liabilities may suck the joy out of doing their profession. 11. Conversations. Adults are usually more than happy to talk about how their day was at work. By listening and asking a lot of questions, you can learn a lot about the profession from someone who has been there and done that. The upside is people are usually more than happy to discuss their day. You can learn a lot of things that you might not find out otherwise just from looking online or watching TV shows. Also, they're more than happy to share the emotional challenges of their job. The downside is usually one conversation doesn't paint an accurate picture of their job. When people have good days, everything sounds great. Likewise, when people have bad days, everything sounds terrible. Remember that conversations give you insight. That is why it is best to have ongoing conversations. Avoid the most boring approach. The most boring approach to exploring occupations is to be exposed to a ton of facts and have little to no hands-on experience. Facts help us compare one opportunity to another, such as how does this occupational expected rate of growth compare to another occupation? However, solely relying on facts isn't very smart because facts do not provide information to help us make informed decisions, or enough information, I should say. When it comes to exploring careers, you should be using as many senses as possible. Seeing, tasting, touching, hearing, and smelling are going to provide a lot of feedback to help you make better decisions. Learn how to connect with your peers. Update your profiles and share in things that interest you. For example, I would update your profile with your favorite TV shows and web channels. When you post, include commentary about why you like a particular episode. By doing this, you are likely to attract your peers who are to say, I like that too, or who will say, thanks, I'm going to check this out. These types of comments start conversations that make it easier to develop lifelong friendships who share the same interests as you. Now that you know 11 ways to explore career occupations, think about which ones will best fit into your busy schedule. When you think about that, how are you going to be able to squeeze these into your calendar? I encourage you to start exploring as soon as you can. However, if you are super busy, then I recommend you wait till next week to get started. Going forward for the next 11 blog posts, I'm going to save you time by making specific recommendations. I don't want you to get overwhelmed, and I want you to have access to high quality resources to be sure. So be sure to stay tuned in for next week's episode. Is watching next week's episode on your calendar? If it's not, please add it. I don't want you to miss out. Thank you so much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on next week's episode. Oh, also, if you really enjoyed this, I would encourage you to go ahead and subscribe to my email list. What it is after every blog post, I send it out in an email as well as with inspirational quotes and occasionally other bonuses. This is really awesome because some episodes you'll connect to with more easier. And so it's really easy to save the episodes that you like in your email or any resources that you like. You just can create a folder with an exclamation mark, career conversationalist, and when there's a resource or a show that you really want to connect to, you can just save the episode into that file folder, so wherever you're at, you have access to it and you know where to look for it. It doesn't get lost in your email box. So I'd encourage you to do that. And then I'd also just like to take a quick moment to thank Google for allowing us to have the technology so that I can share this with you. Google Hangouts is part of Google. Google created that, as well as they're partnering with YouTube. So if you're not able to watch this video live, then you can go back and watch the replay. So again, I want to thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.